that we have here, and that is the former FTC chair had some thoughts about all this,
Yep.
and basically amounts to "I told you so."
I like the idea of a former FTC chair just being like, "I told you so. I told you so. I told you so." Anyway, I mean, yeah, like we had concerns about the merger. Like we were excited for the potential for all this great content on Game Pass, but
I think,
even we had concerns.
I mean, yes, there were concerns, but like I think what you'll have to help me out with this, because I was just reading this myself, and I was like, I don't know. The way she's going about it was like, so laying off thousands of staff. She makes a great point there. Hey, when you consolidate, people get laid off. Like that's bad for those people. Absolutely, 100%. But then there was like it's like, as dominant firms become too big to care, they can make things worse for their customers without having to worry about the consequences. They're worrying about the consequences because they didn't complete the part that they needed to complete, which was the whole point of all this. So we're getting all the negatives, and they're not getting the positives.
Oh, no, I think they're going to get the positives of people going back to paying $70 for their games.
I mean,
I think that,
yeah, it's
you'll look at what
there'll be positives there, but it's just like that 82% of people playing Call of Duty on PlayStation. I wonder where that percentage goes as this continues to happen.
I don't think they care as long as Call of Duty stays to be a good game.
Well, I mean, yes. So I don't think they care at this point. I think long term, exiting out of this market and doing what they're doing makes sense for them. But again, this idea of what they were trying to do with the console and all that, like, no, this is a garbage fire.
Yeah, it's a garbage fire, but at this particular point in it, like they're still finding a way to make money out of it.
They're finding a way to make money, but again, like the idea that this would harm gamers, that supposed that they were going to take the lead and have control, and they don't.
I think that, yes, that assumption is true, but I think it still does harm gamers, just in a more roundabout way, because now Sony doesn't have someone who has to compete anymore.
Well, right.
They have someone who's going, okay, we're going to go just be a third party.
What was funny was it felt like PlayStation wasn't hardly competing. It was like we can't get shitty, essentially, but it wasn't like Nintendo don't, Genesis isn't.
Yeah, like it. Look, I was talking with Anthony about this the other day, where it's like, yeah, a lot of Sony's success, and to an even bigger extent, Nintendo's success recently has been, we're just gonna let the other guys hang themselves.
Yeah.
And in the case of Sony and Microsoft, like Microsoft killed themselves. Sony really just had to keep making a good enough device.
Yep.
And they did, and it is the default place if you want to play console games that are of a certain level of fidelity. Yeah, you buy a PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like that is, like that is what it is. I think that if you don't really give a shit about that fidelity, or you prefer handheld, you buy a Switch / Switch 2. But yeah.
And the Switch 2 is, as it's been for the last, couple generations, it's just such a different thing that, like, many people don't consider it competition. They're serving kind of different portions of the same market.
Yeah, and I think that, and honestly enough, I think that it's actually benefiting Nintendo, because as that system does well, developers try and cram third parties onto it, and the ones that do a good job end up making a lot of money.
Right.
So, and making great ports, and it just, so you just, there you go. You're just benefiting Nintendo more at that point. It's like do nothing, win everything.
Right. So
Like
I
Nintendo's
mean,
just like,
I guess my question is like if PlayStation gets shitty, then does like Nintendo try to make a move? It's like finally we can. I mean they're doing fantastic regardless, but like I don't know. They're technically not alone. It's technically not a monopoly. If Nintendo wanted to make moves for whatever reason, they could.
yes. The thing is Nintendo one thinks like 30 years into the future, which is why they're hedging. Nintendo has always bet on young kids, and part of that is now they're realizing not all young kids want to play our games because of this goddamn Roblox. We need to start making movies and theme parks and toys and shit.
Right.
So yeah. Oh my god, how did I get another negative Microsoft story this morning?
Wait, what?
Dear god.
Is this like a proper story?
So it's a video that someone posted. Apparently that Game Pass with ads thing,
Yeah.
that the xCloud with ads, someone named Natalia decided to stream a game this morning, and she has the ultimate tier, so she has access to that.
Okay.
And apparently some accounts are being tested to run ads, so even though you're paying, you're still getting one ad so they can see how this feature works.
I
She
need
posted
to
she
see. Like, I want to make sure that's confirmed, because if it is,
I'm gonna try and look this up for you, but you keep going.
oh man, all right, that's the conspiracy theory of pushing people away from the way they've been doing this. Just end Game Pass. Just push people away. It feels like that's what it is. I don't understand otherwise, man. Wild. Yeah, I don't know. You haven't already, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC handheld. That's it. And there may be some long-term consequences of that. Some quality may dip, but regardless, I just don't think Xbox is hanging. It's going to be third-party publishing, and they'll make money doing that. They have Call of Duty. They will make money doing that. But yeah, we know in the console war between Sony and Microsoft has basically been decided, but this is a massive step towards the eventual end.
Okay, so I can't get any solid confirmation on this one, just the video this person posted and like two people backing it up. So I'm not going to say it's the real deal, but that could be a possibility.
We'll wait till Video Games Chronicle or whoever else runs some news stories.
I'll, but if that's true, that's gross.
Yes.
I did just post something in the general for you, though.
Take a look. I'm not showing that. That's Phil. I just seem like a nice person.
I'm just thinking. I just want to. Well, Phil's on his way out. Sarah Bond is. I think Phil got promoted of like. And Sarah Bond, I'm not sure if you've noticed, has been kind of the face recently.
Yes.
Yeah, Phil Spencer is.
But Phil has been the head of this long trudge towards this point.
Yes, but Sarah Bond has been driving. So he's CEO of Microsoft Gaming,
right?
But Sarah Bond is president of Xbox,
right?
So
if these changes to Game Pass are because she's thinking this is a good idea, then that's rough as hell. But I'm more and more convinced that it's like, no, we're beginning the transition, and that decision happened actually a long time ago.
I think they got the numbers for the first year of Call of Duty. and they were like, "Oh, okay, this isn't a sustainable thing.
Yep.
And it does not make the kind of money we need to make. And our hardware is about the most unpopular it's ever been. So let's wrap it up.
Yep.
Wrap it up, everybody. Because apparently they were working on a dedicated handheld as well, but then we're like, no, let's do this PC thing. It's I do find that this Xbox's shift to third party to be really funny though.
Okay.
Because it's obviously it's so going to be agonizingly slow. They are going to it's obvious, like they're still selling the Xboxes,
right?
And I think it's mainly just they're trying to not create a panic, so a bunch of people don't say "fuck you" forever. Where's my 20-year library gonna go?
If this ain't a panic, I would love to see what that panic would have been.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that panic would have just been like people wouldn't even buy their third-party games. I've been like, "Fuck you." So
unreal. All right. We have an Xbox adjacent story. Let's go ahead and move to that. Hey,